The cosmic significance of the Roadrunner chase is something that, is pretty much inescapable. The reason that you're watching the cartoon is because he's never going to catch the Roadrunner. There's no way. He's fated to never do it. The repetition and the variations of changes on the situation are unique, I think, in the annals of filmmaking.
Mike Maltese and I were trying to do something which would be a parody. Why was everybody chasing everybody else?
Meep, meep. Meep, meep. Meep, meep. Meep, 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 meep.
Sometimes I feel very sorry for the coyote. Sometimes I wish he'd catch him. If he caught him, there wouldn't be any more Roadrunner. You wouldn't like that, would you?
Meep, meep.
No.
I mean, a 3-year-old can relate to the Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. I mean, you can identify with that hunger, that need to get the meal, and yet you want to be able to run away from the monsters who are chasing you.
The coyote could only be victimized by his own ineptitudes and his trust in the Acme Corporation.
Meep, meep.
Practically every product that the Coyote orders or, that a Warner Brothers character uses is from the Acme Company. The products themselves were anything but the Acme of their manufacture. Usually they backfired completely.
All comedy is based on error, on mistakes. And who was it, Mark Twain said something about stepping on a banana peel. That is very funny if it happens to somebody else, but if it happens to you, it's not funny.
The wonderful thing about animation is that you can choose to do whatever you want to do. You don't have to follow the conventions of real life. So when the coyote's going to start running, for instance, there's a lot of ways you could have him start to run to build up a head of speed. He could spring into action, like being catapulted almost. His legs can start rotating and building up speed and starting to kick up dust. The feet go first, and then he has to sort of move the rest of his torso to get in sync with the bottom part of his anatomy.
In the Chuck Jones tradition, that happens all the time. People are constantly being flattened and then they pop up into 3 dimensions again. When you see a Chuck Jones character in the beginning of a film, you know that that person or that animal is not going to stay in that shape for 6 minutes. They're going to be going through a lot of different kinds of physical manifestations.
Meep, meep.
And I think it's that kind of respect for gravity, respect for Isaac Newton, that really makes them even funnier.
The idea of looking up and waving, if you had time, you'd do it. Give yourself dignity, at least.